Does this look familiar to anyone? This is the Minesweeper metal detector you see on the little plastic army figures. We didn't even notice at the time. Also this one, bazooka practice on the bluffs at Montauk Point. That was a thing. And where did this cinder block built octagonal shaped room come from? None of the other bunkers have it. Let's take a look at the early construction photos of a 16-inch gun battery. You can see that they had to pour a giant foundation to support this massive guns that sat on top of this cylindrical cement, solid cement it looks like. But you can see it's also like up to 20 feet deep. So that was flush with the ground. So that 20 feet down they built all of the underground infrastructure along with these pedestals and then buried it up to the ground that we stand on today, which they built on top of that. It looks like they framed it out with lumber and then they poured, concrete with rebar, metal rebar. So all of the infrastructure was built first and they filled it up to ground level, what we are calling ground level today. When it was finished, you can see the gun and the metal shielding, all of which was scrapped after World War II for all the steel. Say hello to my not so little friend. Look at the size of these bullets. After World War II and Cold War, they turned this into a fallout shelter, one of many fallout shelters at Camp Hero. You can see a truck backing in with supplies, and you can see this awesome sign that we found in the tunnels. Throughout the bunker, there are other hatches in the floor. There was an open hatch right there that we either missed or it was flooded. Later on, you can see Parks people and Army Corps of Engineers checking these hatches. They are flooded, and they do run through the whole bunker. So you have to go through this small hole to get, which is also bricked off. There's a wall bricked off inside the main room to get into the tunnel, the corridor that goes 500 feet to the other giant room at the other end. And we were under the assumption that the entrance to get down another level was at the other end. So we walked down the tunnel, checking all the rooms on the left, the side rooms. We passed the cage, the brig, where people were said to have been kept for some of these experiments.
Yo guys, don't fucking leave me. Dan, come here.
And at the very end there was giant orange blast doors which were sealed for us, so we never could get in there. But it's an identical room, and on the blueprints it shows the same hatches are on both sides. But that's not where the main entrance to the story below and the tunnels to other places are. That would be in the center of the bunker in the back. But in the back of the bunker, there is a staircase down another half level to the power room. Right at the bottom of the stairs is a big rotten piece of plywood, and I didn't realize we never lifted it up. But this is most likely the staircase we were looking for all these years to get to the lower tunnels. These tunnels go down another story, then they go a distance to Radar Hill in a straight line, in which you can climb up two 35-foot ladders and come out on Radar Hill, right by the battery commander station, which is the little house bunker that we always pass on our way to the radar. So you can see this old photo seems to show the one I'm looking for in that exact spot. Both tunnels either merge and they come up through the same air shaft, or there are two tunnels that come up on both sides of the battery commander station. And on the other side of the house, exact other side, is this metal rusted lid that we always walk over and never pull up, and it's one of those things that you just see and forget about. But I believe if we lift this up, there's something there that might surprise us. Now it may look like we had it easy walking right into the bunker here, but this was a rare occasion. Many times we went, it was sealed. Other times we had to squeeze through a very small hole in the wall that was pretty high up. But you can see that these blocks have always been the weak link in the chain, and here they demonstrate in full Tyvek, full protective suits. The Army Corps of Engineers demonstrates how easy it is to just blow a hole in that wall with a sledgehammer and climb up right on in at ground level, which I'm glad they did share these photos in the end. So I haven't been able to get into this place for almost 24 years. I was really curious, so I got a snake camera and stuck it under the door. Ground view, you can't really see anything in the background, it's too dark, and this thing doesn't have the range. It's meant for pipes and small contained areas. It's not meant for distance. But I did spend some time to try to twist the cable and angle it up to see the ceiling. Somebody asked if there was a video camera inside, and I don't see why there would be, but there is a locking door that opens very easily. So I panned the camera up, and there does seem to be some kind of reflection up there. I don't think it was a lens, but you never know. This does have an infrared light on it, this snake camera, which would illuminate the infrared coating on the lens of a security camera, kind of like a camera detector. But there is something up there, a light, and it may be just a hole to the outside that may be sunlight. And this was also kind of a test to see if this snake camera does work. It's set up through Wi-Fi. That's too tiny to fit in. Try to get the light in there.
When you put the light on it, it kind of looked like there was like fumes or something coming out, but maybe it's just the lighting. That's weird, huh?
That is. Let's see if I can get a ground shot. Oh wow, feel cold air coming out. You can see in there good?
You can feel that cold.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. It's actually pretty refreshing.
You got him?
Yeah.
You got him. I wasn't claustrophobic, dude.
Yeah. It's barely fittable. This is the Signal Corps communications tunnel for cables. You'd have to belly crawl. The dirt is even higher than this. I got chiggers on this bunker, so I'm definitely not doing it because they bury their eggs in the dirt. But you know, there's camel crickets or cave crickets, you know, spiders, rats, snakes, the usual. And then when you get in the bunker, there's obviously airflow, but in certain places you want to check for carbon monoxide as well, bad air. But yeah, you can do it.
Yo, what the fuck? Why is this one on? Wait, Brian! Brian, get this. Brian, explain what happened here. What is it? What's in that hole? Oh wow! Oh, that's sealed up. Is it? Look how far the light is the other time. Like it's on my road.